Rise with me, get fly with me, stay lit with me, take a trip with me, flow with me, grow with me, dream with me, vibe with this frequency. Hey y'all, this is Rayborn the Witch coming at you live from Femspiration 215, and I'm here today to give my Scorpios a reading that I entitled Keys to a Wonderful Life. We have a lot of astrological shifts and transits happening right now to lead us into the new year. A lot of deep transformation that needs to happen, a lot of deep introspection that needs to occur. So I created this spread using Miss Angela Mary Magic's Magical Moonbaby Tarot deck, and all of her information is going to be linked in the description boxes below, so you can follow her on her Instagram as well, so as my information. So I would like to get started, and what I did was I created a spread using the word wonderful. So I found this little picture. It has the letters like divided up like this. So I was like, this is a great inspiration to create a spread. So what I did was I broke down the letters and also created questions to go along with each of them to lead us into the keys to unlock that wonderful life for yourself and the things that you need to work on and shift and focus on in regards to your healing and transformation. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. So we are going to find out what has been hard won for my Scorpios. What has been hard won for my Scorpios in their life? What has been hard won for my Scorpios? Shout out to all my current subscribers and my new subscribers. If you would be so kind as to click the like, share my videos, and also follow me on my Instagram platform where I do daily messages on there as well. So without further ado, what has been hard won for my Scorpios? Hard won for my Scorpios. Okay. Whew. The Ace of Caves, which is all about treasure. So what's been hard won for my Scorpios? Seems like money and opportunities have been hard won for my Scorpios. New opportunities, new blessings of abundance have been hard won. And we see this as like a archway with the little penny in between there, right? So I'm thinking that this has been a struggle for many of my Scorpios in my collective of figuring out how to reach those golden opportunities, or how to create those golden opportunities for themselves and get to that abundance through manifesting, through thinking about what is important and what worth and what value these ideas that you have are worth. So there's a lot of worth involved in this, right? So your self-worth is also attached to sometimes like the things that you earn, or your sense of value within yourself. So this has been hard won, and you are a treasure, Scorpios. You are a treasure. A lot of my Scorpios are amazing. They give me messages that I need, and I love my Scorpio energy. Okay, so the next question is, what do you Scorpios owe yourselves at this time? So what do you owe yourselves at this time? Sorry, I'm looking over at the reading that I have. Okay, so what do what do you owe yourself at this time? Well, it's balance in reverse. So you owe yourself some balance, some ways to get realigned and reconnected with self in order to bring those manifestations and bring that self-worth up to the surface again. So the Two of Blades is the Two of Swords. So this is really about gaining a clearer perspective on the ideas and the ways that you want to express yourself in order to get the bag, right? So we need to get into balance. And I'm going to, at the end of this reading, go through the reversals and what song messages come out with that. So I'm going to keep this in reverse. Okay, so the next question is, what does your life need at this moment in time? So what does my Scorpio's life need at this moment in time? For my Scorpios, what does your life need? Ooh. Purpose. It needs a clear purpose. And we've got the King of Waves, which is the King of Cups in the traditional tarot deck. So this is all about redefining what our purpose is. A lot of times we have one goal that we seek, but then we have other gifts that we want to bring into focus with that as well. So it is about integrating the things that really will power us and drive us and move us forward. So maybe we're researching or reevaluating our purpose at this time. I love the little seahorse energy. I have a little seahorse on my altar, but the seahorses, the male seahorses actually carry the babies. I love that. So there's this duality with this card as well. But there's also this need to kind of like realign so that you can remain emotionally balanced, so that you can see what the clear purpose and the clear message really is. Okay, so what will this do for you? Oh, I just wanted to come out. Okay. So the first card that comes out for my Scorpios with a lot of energy is Luminous, which is the sun, right? We have this little sunflower and this little bee right there, right? Pollinating the sunflower, be the bee and the sunflower and the nectar that comes from it, right? But when we are, when we realign ourselves and we get clear on what we're worth and our value for ourselves, we will also shine and glow up like no other, right? So that is what realignment, seeking out your goals and your purpose is going to do for you. It's going to get that glow up on and popping, okay? The next card that came out was Feast with the Knight of Caves. So the feast is all about abundance, really. It's about like, you know, having a plethora of opportunities that you want to dive into and that you want to nourish yourself with. What I also think about with this is I think about the offerings that you give your spirit team to help you bring these ideas and these thoughts and these downloads to you. So there is a reciprocity here. So feasting with your angelic team is going to be super important, especially when we have the new moon approaching on the 14th. We really want to sit down and we want to be clear on what we want to order, right? We want to put in our orders with spirit. We want to be very specific. And in order to get very specific, we need to get realigned. So sorry, Scorpios, my phone cut off because it turned on because of a call. I keep on putting it on Do Not Disturb, but it keeps on cutting off my messages, but I'm going to keep going from here. So we were talking about feast. We were talking about like really like engaging with spirit through offerings and through just sitting down at the table and putting in that order with spirit. This is the Knight of Caves, which is the Knight of Pentacles, which does really, you know, it's a strategic knight. It's the slow moving knight. It really puts things into focus and practicality before it takes action. And that's what we're taking here is we're taking action and we're moving beyond our own limitations. And we're also, like with the clouds here, we're seeking angelic assistance, right? We're seeking assistance from the sky to help us reach our goals. So, sorry, that phone call really threw me off for a second. So the next question is, where do you need to be a little extra? So where do my Scorpios need to be a little extra right now in order to create this wonderful life and create this luminosity? Oh, I love it. Got the Queen of Lasers, magnetism. You have so much within you. You already have so much light within you to really bring forth the things that you truly desire. And it's time to really tap into that light and really expand and glow up on your own in order to bring those opportunities to you. The law of attraction is all about being in a state of knowing that those things are already offered to you and available to you. And it's about already thinking that you have them. So really visualizing what you think you don't have as what you already have will bring more opportunities to you, will bring ideas to you, will bring new resources that will allow you to fulfill your purpose. The next question is, what internal resources do you need to tap into? So for my Scorpios, what internal resources do you need to tap into in order to bring these things forth? Ooh, structure. The Emperor. You need to compartmentalize, organize, visualize, and get it on and popping. You see this pentacle in the middle here? You are the king or queen or ruler of your own empire. And it's important to understand that you have all the resources available to make this happen for yourself. But in order to really get clear on where you are going, you also need organization and structure. Now, the Emperor is typically an Aries card, but I also think about it as like a Capricorn energy of really kind of like being determinate about what you want and being clear about what you want and knowing what wheels are spinning. So when I think about this, I also think about an analogy that my psychic Cosmic Jackie gave me. And it was, she said, if you want to really bring your ideas into focus, this year's all about putting your wheels all together so they all point in the same direction towards your goal. If your cart is kind of all over the place and you are trying to steer it, but you have a wheel that's kind of needs a little bit of oil, then you need to get reattuned and realigned in order to bring that structure to yourself. Okay, so the next one is full, right? So the first question in full is for the F, and it's what will help fuel this shift? So what will help fuel this shift? Ooh, the Six of Caves. You have to be willing to surrender. So the Six of Caves is the Six of Pentacles, and it's all about reciprocity and balance, the willingness to give so that you can also receive, and that giving and receiving aspect of things will really bring things into focus for you. And you also have this like mouth right here with the blue, and this is all about speaking what you want into existence. So voicing your affirmations, your manifestations out loud, creating a space for that to occur on a daily basis, and really like speaking to your support team, either in-person support team and also your angelic and your spirit support team, is going to be vital for this to kind of bring everything into focus for you. So what aspects of yourself do you need to unite, my Scorpios? What aspects do you need to unite for my Scorpios? Scorpio energy is strong right now, let me tell you. What aspect of my Scorpios do they need to unite at this time in order to bring everything into balance? Oh, it wanted I swear to God, like this, the energy that is alive and present right now, it's coming from me, but it also is coming from the energy that I'm called in to bring this reading together. And we have the Tower. What do you need to unite? You need to reunite the inner turmoil that you have within, and also the need to knock the structures that you have put in place down in order to rebuild. You can't build an empire on shaky foundations. You sometimes need to like literally go through a tower moment in order to understand the rebuilding process, in order to rebuild your purpose, rebuild your true intention. If you have an unclear idea of what you want for your future, you're not going to be able to build on anything. So it's really about redefining that for yourself, seeking that inspiration, seeking the messages that you have, and throwing out the people in your tower right now that aren't going to bring those ideas to fruition with you. Right? A lot of times we carry around people like baggage, and sometimes those people are just around because they served a purpose, but they no longer serve a purpose in your life to help you build your dreams. And sometimes we have to let that luggage go, and we have to travel light. We have to pack light in order to ascend. So sometimes we might be rising up this tower, but it's a tower that is faulty. It's a tower that doesn't stand the test of time. And if we really want to build something substantial, we have to build it from a place of an enduring understanding. And I say that because we have this turmoil word right here, and we think about like turmoil as like, you know, everything is falling apart in my life right now. Well, sometimes it needs to, in order to let things go. So the next question and the last question is, what does your spirit want you to learn? So for my Scorpios, what does their spirit want them to learn at this time? For my Scorpios, what does your spirit want you to learn? Ooh, there's a couple things. I want to take all three. I usually don't, but I think that this makes sense to me. So the first card that came out is Deep Lover. We need a lover that truly understands us, and we need to love ourselves so passionately and so clearly and with such compassion for ourselves, and we need to give ourselves that love that we wish that others would give us. So in order for us to really have the wonderful life that we want, sometimes Scorpios, you need to give yourself that love so that you can receive that love, especially if you're manifesting that and you're manifesting a person to build an empire with. The next card we get is the King of Lasers. So we have the King and the Queen of Lasers on the table here. So the King of Lasers is about innovation. So we need to innovate. We need to kind of restructure our ideas from a different perspective, and so that we can go into this age of Aquarius with an innovative mindset, because the age of Aquarius is all about innovation. Aquarians are all about thinking about things from a different perspective. The one, you know, Scorpio is a fixed sign. Scorpios are stubborn. Scorpios want to do things the way they want to do things. A lot of times it takes a lot of grease in order to turn the wheel. So you need to be the one to turn the wheel for yourself, and that requires you to maybe like go back to the drawing board and erase everything and start from scratch and see where it gets you. And then we have Four of lasers. Yeah, 4 of lasers in reverse. And that's about ritual. You know, so in the upright, having a ritual, having a routine, you know, the emperor is a 4 too. It's all about structure. But with this rituals in reverse, with this 1111 card in reverse, we are not building the structure within ourselves, the rituals for ourselves that we need in order to bring our ideas to focus. So when you manifest, you have to have a ritual that you do daily that really allows things to call to you. A daily meditative practice. Woo, there was like a little honk there, so that might be a message too. So you really need to have a daily meditative practice or a ritual that really allows you to visualize what you want, be in that state of magnetism in order to attract it, and then also have a practice that requires you to have movement, have action towards it. So even if that's watering a plant that you are growing right now, that plant, that could be the action that will deliver the intention for you, right? So having a clear intention. And we have these little wands right here, right? And we have this pomegranate, we have ginger, we have garlic. So really getting into rituals with food around like the things that you eat as being the things that you want to bring into you. I know for myself, if I want to work on a specific chakra point, a lot of times I will eat foods within that specific color range. So right now we have this red, which is all about the root chakra. And when we think about red, we think about beets, we think about pomegranates, we think about strawberries. Any kind of red fruit might be the ritual for you, or the thing that you ingest to really, like, when you ingest that, you visualize what you want to come forth and how you want to build your foundation and celebrate with others as well. So how are you building a ritual around collective abundance and collective manifesting? So now we're going to go through the reversals of each of the cards that came out. So the first reversal is the 2 of Blades. So the 2 of Blades is all about doubt when it's in reverse. So when it's in focus and balanced, you're balanced, your perspective is clear. But when it's in reverse, you have a sense of self-doubt. So the song is Breezin' by George Benson. I love that because I love George Benson so much. So that song is a song that can shift that energy for you. The next card that was in reverse, and the only other card that was in reverse, was Ritual right here. Okay, so let's look up what Ritual says. 1111, baby. I'm sure you see 1111 often. My Scorpios always be tapped in. But bringing new rituals, restructuring your rituals. If you have a ritual already in place, how can you add to it or restructure it to really benefit your new goals and intentions? And this is in reverse, it's passage. So creating a clear passageway to what you want is what I see from that card in reverse. And this is the waxing crescent moon. So as we go into the new moon, and the new moon is kind of shifting into the full moon energy, that's when you want to bring those ideas into focus. This new moon for my Scorpios is very, very key and very, very potent. It's a portal. It's a portal towards stepping into new, innovative things that you want for your life. The song here is Ritual Union by Little Dragon. I love Little Dragon so much. I just lit some dragon's blood. I have like a, what is it, the bloodstone in my breast pocket right here. So it is a very powerful stone. If you don't have it, get it, use it. It really does work. It really does bring that energy. That's why I probably have all these cards flipping out all over the place for you guys, because I just put it in. I haven't worn it ever, and it's really giving me a lot of energetic focus. So that is your reading. Scorpios, bless you. I hope that you really experience this portal opening in a beautiful way, and that you are able to really clearly set out on what you want for your future to be.